Greetings. In this video I'm going to begin the process of building this house in Revit. I am working on this project for a client. I have all of the drawings in AutoCAD, and I'm going to take those CAD plans and put them into Revit and then begin to build the house. It's just a little bit about the house. I just want to show a photograph or two so you could visualize it before the Revit building begins, and then I'll quickly walk you through the plans and then we'll get started. The whole process will take multiple videos, so this is just a quick introduction. So it's a 1902 Victorian house. It's what they call the Second Empire. It has these kind of tall mansard roofs. This is in the suburbs of Philadelphia, kind of a very common house in this area. We can't see the whole roof from here, obviously, but this is the mansard leaning roof, and we'll see more images. And so it's tucked back there, and but it's a large third-story roof room back there. Architecturally, the building has been compromised. And the owners want to restore it to its former glory with nice, slim, taller windows rather than these types of boxy windows. So architecturally, it's been compromised a lot. I think this whole front is an addition. I think this porch actually used to wrap around, come here, and then turn back. So a lot of work to be done on the house, but the first step, of course, is to draw it and then to begin to model it so that we could look at possibilities. So that's the front of the house. Kind of this piece juts out, and we could see again the roof is pushed back. And the back of the house also kind of simple and boxy. The windows here are a little bit better, at least. This is obviously some sort of a mudroom addition that's been put on. Probably needs to be taken down. And here we get to see again the mansard roof. So this is pushed back. So this whole area right here is a two-story. I'm not sure if it's an addition. I think the second story might be an addition from what I saw inside. First floor, we have a kitchen in the back, dining room, bedroom, and bathroom back here, and that's just a two-story. So the third floor is pushed back at this location. Okay, here are my CAD plans of the building. This is the first floor, second floor, third floor, and a building section. So before I zoom in, I'll just quickly show. So here we are, front, foyer, walk-in, stairs up and down, bath, living, dining, kitchen. So here we are again, front, through the foyer, stairs up, and this is the back kitchen. So everything's nicely aligned. So here's our building section cut right through here, and I'll do the same in Revit right through the stairs. So let me zoom in now and we can take a closer look. So foyer. So I think originally this was the front of the house, and this porch here kind of wrapped around actually. So it is what it is at this point. So foyer, again, side door, stairs up. Powder room has been tucked in here, kind of under the stairs. So from there, we could actually get in the powder room. We'll find another door that leads down to the basement. Okay, the basement plan's not drawn here. It's a very simple kind of box. Let me actually open up get a pen so I could draw. So the basement, let me just see if I could fix this, make this a little easier for you to see. There we go. So the basement is simply under this area right here. Okay, so we come in, powder room, and down. The basement's under this area, so underneath the foyer is just a cavity, maybe a foot or two deep, and underneath the kitchen and dining room also just a crawl space. A little deeper, you could actually get into this crawl space, but here's a cavity that you cannot access actually. You could see into it, but you can't walk into it. So that is that, and that's that little mud room off the back. So as we head up these stairs, and this is where it gets kind of tricky, the stairs in particular in this house are really kind of challenging. So we're heading up these stairs, and then we arrive right here on this landing. That's a landing, and then we could take another step up, and then we're into this what I think might be a second-story addition to that back part. So there's a step here, another step here as well. So it's really kind of goofy in terms of the stairs. That's why I think there were additions involved here. So a back bedroom, a very large bathroom, might have been a bedroom originally, I think. So again, then we're on this landing. Again, we could come up 3 more risers, and then we are up here at the proper second floor. Generous kind of changing area, laundry on the second floor. This would be the master bedroom, I would call that, because there's a bath nearby, and it has the changing room, so a small kind of small bathroom, but I would say that belongs to the master bedroom. And then from here, again, we could continue up to the 3rd floor, which is the large bedroom that lives underneath the mansard roof. So then again, we're coming up, and we arrive right here. Generous kind of hallway with a door into a large bedroom. So this is the mansard roof. That's why these walls are as thick as they are, because they're actually leaning in. It's kind of roof plus wall. And then over that entry addition, it's a 2-story flat roof. And then over the rear addition, also again a 2-story flat roof. So flat and flat. And this is the porch roof below. Okay. Let's just scroll down and take a quick look at that building section. So again, coming into that foyer, up to that landing, turn back, and then we are on the 2nd floor, what I'd call the proper 2nd floor. So I did not properly label these yet. Into that laundry area there, and then we could head up again to that 3rd floor. So we always like to cut our building sections through the stairs. It's typically the most informative area. And then again, when we're on this landing, we could take that 1 step up. That's the doorway into that large bathroom. And I'll just show you why that's drawn the way it is. So door, wall, in the bathroom. So again, at this point, we are cutting a section right through here, looking that way. So we see this door at this point, but we're also in the room at the same time. So that's what we're seeing right here. We're seeing the door, and then we're in the room, head back, and then we're into that hallway. The basement, I didn't draw a floor plan, but stairs down, and then there's that little cavity underneath. What's that? Addition, I believe. Okay, let's move on to CAD. Okay, here are my CAD files, and we will take a closer look at these, not so much to walk through, but just to kind of explain how I set it up in CAD. And it's a work in progress. It's not 100% done here, and but that's okay. There's enough information here to allow me to get into Revit. So I walked you through these drawings, these 3 in particular. Here's the basement, very sketchy. I didn't complete it, but again, this is the main basement area right there, with the crawl space in the back and the cavity in the front. So when I draw these, I would just copy. I start with the first floor plan, then I copy it. I bring it over here. So that's why there's some remnants of other, like for instance, this wall right here. I would leave that there just as a reminder. The wall doesn't exist in the crawl space, but it's important to know that that's probably a load-bearing wall above. So I keep it there because there is a beam. So it's just a reminder that I need to address what's in the basement in that area, because I know that something is happening there. So the most important part of this is really that these plans are all drawn perfectly aligned with each other. So right here, I would pick a particular point, and you'll see this in the video, that this is my reference point. And from there, I make sure that all of my floor plans align with that, essentially. Again, I'll take my survey numbers that I took out there with a tape measure, and then I'll draw the first floor, and I'll just copy that footprint, bring it right over here. And so what's a solid line then becomes a dash line as I move. So I don't start these drawings from scratch. I'll take special care to get the first floor done correctly, and then I'll move it over, delete what's not pertinent, but again, leave remnants of things that relate from floor to floor, as things always do in buildings. Okay, so then what's going to happen next in the video is I'm going to take these floor plans and I'm going to move them into Revit. The first step is to create 4 different files, or 3 different files. I don't actually put the basement into Revit. I will build a basement in Revit, but this floor plan is really not necessary. So these 3, first, second, and third, will be moved into Revit. I'm going to create 3 different files, 3 different CAD files out of this. I'll do save as, save as, save as, and then I'll insert them into Revit. Okay? Okay. So there is another YouTube video. That's what you're staring at right here. This is just a window into YouTube, actually. Just FYI. So it's another video that I made. Same content, Revit inserting the CAD file, Residence 1. So I think I'm going to call them all Residence 1. So it's a 14-minute video that slowly walks through the process of putting the CAD files into Revit. In this video, I'm going to speed up and just do a brief overview. So if you really need to know the specifics of how to carefully insert CAD files into Revit, you're going to want to watch this video as well. Okay? But like I said, in this particular video, I'm going to speed up that process for a quick overview, and then we're going to jump into some Revit building. Okay, so this is, again, that same video, the 14-minute video, sped up, and we're going to take probably a 4 or 5 minute look at it, just an overview, and then we'll probably conclude this video, and then we'll get into some Revit building. So let me get this video rolling here. And again, this is at high speed. I'm speaking over it. It's on mute and sped up, so the other version will provide you a lot more detail. And I might pause this video as we go. So we are, all right, so I erased the floor plan, erased the basement. Don't want those. I'm just going to work with the first 3. And I'm going to clean these up before they go into Revit. So what I did there was a quick zoom extents, and I found that something else was in the file, erase it. Now I have my 3 floor plans. They are not near the origin. That's what we see over there on the left, 0, 0, 0. Typing that in to find the origin, lives over there. So in moving from CAD to Revit, very important to get the origins lined up. So that's what I'm doing now. I'm picking up that location, picking up the drawing from that location that I said was important to me. And now it lives at the 0, 0, 0 mark. Confirming one more time that I hit the location. 0, 0, 0. Now I'm going to start cleaning them up. I select my dimensions, turn off the layer, select my room identity, electrical information, just clutter that I don't need in Revit. Important information for construction documents and general information as design work is occurring. But I don't need clutter in Revit. Adjusting or turning off hatches, turning off the hatches here. So this bathroom already had some design work, the tiles in particular, so just turning off that detail that I don't need. All of the glazing identity, so I had measured all of the window sizes and the height of the windows, radiators, the MEP layer off. Just the bare bones, walls, windows, stairs, just the basic stuff that I need in Revit. Now I am doing a save as. So my first floor plan is in the correct place, and I'm doing a save as again. Second floor, save as again, third floor. So now I've created 3 files, confirming once again. So now let me just pause this for a moment. Okay, so what I did there quickly, I created 3, I did save as. So I had my 3 floor plans. I think it was called residence floor plans or something to that effect. And then I did save as first floor, save as second floor, save as third floor. So right now I am in that last save as third floor file. And what I did there was I picked that third floor up and I moved it over to that same origin. Originally the first floor was set at the origin. Now the third floor is. So that floor plan should be set. Now I am going back to my file, going back to my folder, and I opened up the original again, and this is the second floor plan. So so this is the second floor plan. I located that origin again. I just like to put a line there just to confirm and confirm again. Erase the first floor, erase the third. Now I am picking up that second floor plan from that same exact location and putting it back in. Now I have the first floor plan. I opened up the first, erased the second and third. And now we are moving into Revit. So I have started my file and I am putting in my elevations. As I begin building this thing, you'll see that I'm adjusting these elevations as I go. So the numbers weren't really correct at this point, but that's the great thing about Revit is as long as you tie your walls to, just pause here, this does go pretty quickly. The brilliance of Revit, if you tie your walls to those levels, you could change the levels later. So, again, like I said, this complex house is kind of a work in progress, so things will be adjusted as I go. So now I have gone into Import CAD, so Insert, Import CAD. I am on the first floor level, and I am going to start inserting my first floor, second floor, third floor into level 1, 2, and 3. And making sure that my origin to origin, so that when those 0, 0, 0 marks are properly placed, then my 3 levels will be properly aligned. For some reason it was showing the entire file there, and this occurred again later. Now I have it correct. Now I have my second floor in, Import CAD, moving to my third, and they're coming in nicely now. And all of those lines should be properly aligned. And I'm adding a 4th level so I could see kind of a roof plan so I could see all the way down. Going into walls, setting my walls. The conclusion of this video, I'm just building a very simple box, and then in the next video I will begin to turn crawl spaces into crawl spaces and differentiate them from the full basement. So now I'm working my way around the house in Revit, just focusing on the main exterior, big stairs, big walls, full height walls. Moving them up to the 3rd level, setting up my 3-dimensional view. Yeah, I'm not sure why. For some goofy reason, all those CAD plans, I don't know, brought in a lot of extra kind of baggage with them. They were showing up in the 3-dimensional view, so I got rid of things. And that is a good place to conclude. So now I'm just moving my elevation markers in so I could see my building, kind of zooming in on my work area, and there it is. Let me just back that up one notch there. I think we could just conclude right there. One more time, let's just see where that was. There we go, right there. Okay, so basically, one more time. Moving the elevation markers. There. That's what I wanted to show. Okay. So those are the walls. That's the basic shape of the house. Foyer, little bump out in the kitchen there. And this is a good place to conclude this first video. Okay, and now in the next video, we'll begin to get floors in, stairs, and to begin to refine the heights. Okay, thank you.